this day here in Boston to check out our fur seals. This is a training session, which is a time when we teach our animals how to do new things and also practice things that the seals have already been taught how to do. As trainers, we typically work with the same seals on a daily basis. So you'll see that my co-workers are going to be picking up their critters, and then they'll kind of divide and conquer, and then they're going to be working on different training goals at different parts of the exhibit, so you should be able to see some pretty cool things on how to wear your position. And then this morning I'd like to introduce you to the seals that I always work with. We'll see if they'll come up here and say hello to you this morning. Alright, you'll quickly see that there is a big size difference between the boys and the girls in the fur seal world. The boys are between 4 and 5 times the size of the girls. On the left-hand side here is Isaac, and Isaac's actually our youngest animal. He's only 10 years old. Right now he weighs about 275 pounds, which is on the smaller side for him. And he can get up to maybe about 500 or 600 pounds at his heaviest in the beginning of the breeding season or so. Isaac's been sleeping out on the deck a little bit more often lately. This is a time of year when the fur seals get a new coat of hair, and he gets a little bit more sleepy during this time. And then this is Cordova. Cordova is a typical size female. Good. Cordova is also our loudest seal, even though she's such a little peanut. She only weighs about 78 pounds or so, so she's definitely on the smaller side, but the females can get up to about 100, maybe 110 pounds maximum. Alright, we'll send these guys into the water. There we go, Cordova. Alright, so I mentioned that this is a training session. And this morning, I wanted to invite one of you guys to be a guest and come out here to meet our seals, meet Cordova and meet Isaac, and help me out with a little bit of training. So I need a brave volunteer, and you can volunteer by raising your hand. All right, you're the only person raising your hand. You're the brave one. You and the stripes in front. If you look to your right-hand side, I have a coworker named Caitlin. Caitlin, can you wave your hands really high? And Caitlin's going to bring you around exhibit. So just find Caitlin over there at the top, and she's going to bring you around and down, and we'll meet these guys a little bit more up close.
Stay here, Olivia.
Okay, guys. These are fur seals. These are northern fur seals. And fur seals are called fur seals because they have a lot of what? Okay, we're going to try that again. Did you guys have your coffee this morning? Fur seals, someone said no. No, I did not have my Dunkin' Donuts. Fur seals are called fur seals because they have a lot of fur. Good. Okay, I think you guys still need a little bit of espresso, but you're doing a little bit better. These are actually one of the furriest animals on Earth. Every square inch of their body has up to about 300,000 hairs, and they spend a big chunk of their lives taking care of their fur doing something called grooming. Isaac prefers using his back flippers. Good, Isaac. And Cordova prefers using her front flippers in the water. Good job, Cor. So this is the fur seal equivalent of brushing or combing their hair. And they have to do this to take care of their fur coat, make sure it's all kind of laying the way that they want to on their body. So their flippers definitely make them very unique as far as seals go as well. They use them for grooming, but they also can walk on them very well. Even though they're called fur seals, they're actually more like a type of sea lion. They can rotate their hips underneath them. And they also have ear flaps on the sides of their heads. That's great, Isaac. Can you target right there, buddy? Cordova can do a great impression of other kinds of seals. Other seals in the world move a little bit differently. Their flippers are only about the size of your hand, and they can't get their hips underneath them, so they move a little bit more like a slug or like an inchworm. That was good, Cordova. That was a nice one. Excellent. So we do a lot of training with our seals at the aquarium. We train them for a couple of different reasons, using a number of different methods or ways of training them. Some of the things that we teach them to do help us to give them their exercise. We'll give Cordova a little bit of cardio this morning. This is something called porpoising, which is something that she likes to do on her own. Also something good, Cor, that they would do if they're being chased by a predator out in the wild. And she does it a lot of times just when she's playing with the other seals in the exhibit. So we can get something that she normally does.
See Renata?
And give them a lot of exercise during our training. You guys can come behind me, that's okay. Other things that we teach our seals to do help us to take care of them here in an aquarium setting. What's your name? Hey Renata, this is Isaac. Alright, so we're going to do kind of a pretend checkup with him. The first thing that we're going to do is open his mouth. Good boy, Isaac. And then I'm going to have him lift up his flipper. You can touch his flipper right here if you want to. Good job, Renata. Okay. So we teach Isaac that it's a fun thing to have a doctor's visit, whether it's opening up his mouth or lifting his flippers, and even doing things that are to us a little bit more scary, like taking a blood sample. We'll teach them to let us do that on our own. All right, can you just take one step back? Renata, there we go. I'm going to make sure that we have a little bit more room here. I want to talk a little bit more about the basics of training. A basic for our seals is something called targeting. You just have to touch their nose. Good. To something else. Usually we have them touch their nose to our hands. Good. So I'm going to try that with you, okay? I want you, I'll stand over here with Isaac. I want you to make a fist with your hand. You're going to put it low enough for her to touch. Good. That was great. So once we've mastered this really simple thing of targeting, then we can start to teach them other things. I need you to take one more step back so I can stand in front of you here. So for example, if I want to teach Cordova to show up how flexible she is, I start on my target, I move her head farther and farther and farther and farther. Good, Cord. So we can lead them through the behavior with that target, and then after it's been trained with our hand, then we can take our hand out of the scenario. Good, and just add a hand signal. So it's leading through them step by step through these behaviors until we have our finished product. All right, another way that we can teach our animals how to do things is through what we call mimicry. It's how seals learn how to act like seals after a while by looking at other animals. Isaac, you're doing a great job there. Isaac's learning how to do a handstand, so I think he's trying to do one on your legs right now. So that's funny. That was really good, Isaac, but we're not doing that right now. I want you to look at her backwards. That's not really what we want to do. How about we come over here? I'm going to get Isaac so he's a little bit more straightened out. What happens when we teach the seals how to do something new, they get really excited about it, and I've rewarded him a lot lately for lifting up his hind end, so sometimes they just kind of need a reminder that, no, that's not what we're doing, we're going to do something else right now. So I set him up, we'll bring Cordova up in front of you instead. So mimicry is how seals learn how to act like appropriate animals by watching other animals, but we put a fun spin on it at the aquarium. Renata, let's see what Cordova does if you turn around in a circle. Ready, set, go. That was good, good Cordova, that was good. All right, we're going to try something different now. I want you to salute like you're an officer in the army. You'll take your right hand and put it up to your forehead and hold it there, okay? Like that. Good. That was good. That was awesome. All right, I know it's a personal question, but have you ever kissed a seal before? No? Okay, good. All right, they give very sweet kisses that are soft and wet, and they smell a little bit like squid. But they're very nice. I like them. I get them all the time. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to get the kiss from Cordova this morning. You're going to bend over at the waist and give her your nose, and she's going to kiss you right on the nose, okay? In for the smooch. Good job. That was awesome. Can we get a round of applause for Renata? That was good. Thank you so much.
Did you see her?
And how about a round of applause for the seals, too? Awesome. Oh, you're an expert at targeting. Very good. All right, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out here. I hope you learned something new about these really cool and really rare animals as well. We'll be outside for questions if you have any in just a second. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day at the aquarium. Thanks a lot for coming out in the rain. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks.